You can create objects from a class. So for example, if you have a class RaceCar, you can make objects like this. That's one way to create objects. You can also create objects using a method. And this is a neat little trick, design pattern. And so in order to do this, we need to have a method, a static method, because we need to be able to call it. And once you call this method, it returns a new object. So first let's define the class for RaceCar. Then we need to have a factory class with the method that returns new objects. So we can call it CarFactory, which returns objects. Then we have our method. And so the make, whenever you call make, it returns a new object of type RaceCar. And this method needs to be static so that we can call it immediately. So now we can call CarFactory.make. And it's an object, so we can output the object variables. So if you run it, you'll see the object has been created using the factory method, so using make, which is a static method. And the static method allows us to call the method immediately without first creating a new object for CarFactory class. So why would you use a method to create new objects? Well, for one, a method can take parameters, so you can easily create different types of objects. So for example, you can specify which type should be given, and then based on the type variable, return different types of objects. So for example, we can have a class bus, and you can add as many classes as you want. Another type of car, let's say a van. And so based on the type, you can return different types of objects. So you can check, is the type equal to RaceCar? Is the type equal to, for example, van? So based on the type here, you can return different objects. And now in this case, all of them have 4 wheels, so this variable is not really suitable to use. But for example, you can define a variable top speed. Make sure there's no typo. Okay, another typo. So you'll see that different types of objects, 1 and 2 are different types of objects because the speeds are different. So you'll see the first one is of type bus, which has a top speed of 80, and the second of the type RaceCar, which has a top speed of 300. And so just by making the factory method like this, you can specify a parameter, a string usually, and based on that parameter you can return different objects. Now it's also very easy to extend this, so you can or another programmer can easily add different types of classes and include them here, so that once it's called it returns different types of objects. So this is an extensible way that you can use. So this is called the factory method, in which you have a method that returns an object of a certain type based on the parameter.